Hi everyone. Today I'm going to go over one of, if not the most important asanas in yoga. Since I did mention in previous videos related to the meaning of yoga, that the whole purpose of yoga is the control of the breath. And the important part of the breath is that a lot of us are either breathing with our chest or our stomach. So let me demonstrate. If I ask all of you right now to take a deep breath, the deepest breath that you can take right now, here is what almost all of you are going to do. You see how I've lifted my chest up? That is wrong, because what you're doing is you're limiting your air. It's only this top section of the lungs, so you have all of this here underutilized. Or the other variation that almost everyone does, if I ask you to take a deep breath, you extend your stomach outwards. So that's a bit better than the chest breathing, because it still uses more of your lungs, but it's not maximizing it in any way. So the actual way that you want to breathe is using your diaphragm. Now that is very, very tricky, since only babies breathe with diaphragms, but as we grow up, we lose that ability to breathe with our diaphragm, and we start breathing with either our chest or our belly. So in ancient yogic culture, there is a asana which is devised specifically to train your diaphragm and to basically allow you to breathe with your diaphragm. It's very simple, but you do have to do this for around 10 minutes every day. Or not every day, every other day. Do it quite often so your stomach and your chest are not used so much, and your diaphragm gets trained more, and you start breathing with your diaphragm and maximizing the use of your lungs. And before showing you this asana, it's also important just to mention quickly that when you breathe your diaphragm, I don't mean just extend your diaphragm outwards. You do need to breathe with all parts of your chest. So when you're breathing, you should feel an expansion sideways, forwards, and backwards. So you will see this when you start doing this asana. So now after a sitting position, you simply just want to lie down like this, and preferably keep your chin just at the front of the mat. Keep your legs relaxed, and from here, whichever position you're in, and notice specifically how I keep my legs here. So Makrasana is the name of this asana that I'm going to show you today, which translates in English to crocodile pose, and you'll see why. So first what you want to do is turn your leg 90 degrees outwards, your right leg, and now do the same thing with your left leg. So you can see that this is how your legs should be, and this is basically imitating a crocodile. And now from here, lower your chest, cross your arms. Now again, very important. Right hand first, cross your left hand over your right hand, and then right hand over your left. Now this might seem unimportant, but this order is really important, because you should always cross the left side first. Even when you're sitting in a normal asana, you should always cross your left leg first, and then your right leg over the left leg. So once you are in this position, extend your chest forward, and now make sure that your belly and the lower part of your ribcage is on the ground, but your upper chest is above. So from here, you simply tilt your head downwards and touch your forehead to the forearm. Keep your forearm like this, and you breathe. Breathe in deeply. So you want to see that your upper chest is still above the ground, but your forehead is touching here. So take deep breaths in and deep breaths out. Deep breaths in and deep breaths out. So if you were paying attention to what I just did there, you would see that the lower part of my chest was expanding only a little bit, because it was constricted by the force of the ground. And it's what you're forcing to do right now, because your chest and your stomach alone does not have the power to allow you to breathe. So you need your diaphragm to elevate your chest and therefore allow the air to come into your lungs. So you would see that my body seems to go up and down off the ground. And maintain this position for a good 10 minutes, 15 minutes while doing it. So now again, you can see that my breathing was making a lot of noise. Now this was again just for demonstration purposes, but in reality your breath should be silent, as silent as possible. You should almost not be able to hear your breath. You should just be able to feel it. So the benefits of doing this asana is obviously you're training your diaphragm, but you're forcing the rest of your lungs to expand as well, because you're pressing your lower chest and your stomach on the ground. So naturally what happens is the diaphragm takes action, and it allows you to breathe more deeply, therefore maximizing the capacity of your lungs. So there's a lot of benefits to doing this as well. Naturally, if you have a deeper breath, you have more stamina. Like for example, if you're running and you're taking shallow breaths, you're minimizing the oxygen flow into the rest of your body. But if your diaphragm is trained, then while you're running, your stamina will be increased as the oxygen flows more throughout your blood, and therefore there's less lactic acid that's being produced in the body. So this naturally increases your stamina, and obviously with deeper breaths you become more and more relaxed. So now for the next few minutes, I'm just going to do this asana, and you can just see what I'm doing here and just imitate this movement. It's very, very simple. And do not move and stay completely still throughout the rest of this asana, and just completely relax. Let your body loose and feel your breath. Just feel your chest expanding up and expanding down. So here we go. So, this is just a demonstration of how to do this pose, and you do need to continue this for a lot longer than I've shown here. But naturally, if you are a yoga enthusiast, this also has a lot of benefits in your practice, since by expanding your lung capacity, you can do a lot of postures for a lot longer, because your ability to breathe and to maximize your lungs is a lot stronger than a lot of people. So naturally, you have more endurance that way as well. And in general, just in normal everyday life as well, breathing more is very important, because by constricting your lungs, you're basically restricting the oxygen flow in your body, and therefore you get tired more easily, you become more lethargic. So by breathing in more, you're allowing your body to become more energized, yet more relaxed at the same time as well. So once you're done with this asana, gently roll to the side, right or left, whichever, doesn't matter. Ideally, it should be this way. And again, stay here for a few breaths. Keep your eyes closed. And now using the weight of your left palm, lift your chest up and come back in a sitting position. Take a few breaths, relax. Now rub your palms together so you feel heat, generate heat through friction, and place them over your eyes. And gently massage your face and open your eyes inside of your palms. Look left and look right, and you can gently open your eyes. So just simply perform this routine as much as possible. Ideally, it should be 3 times a day, but if that's not possible for you, you can still feel the effects long term. It's just that the frequency at which you do it will just make the effect hit you after a longer period of time. So this concludes this video, and I'll see you again in the next.